welcome you and all to another episode of the Global Latin Factor podcast, where we talk about, say it with me, come on, Latino, everything. Thank you very much for being here on another amazing episode. Today, we're doing another segment of exchanging cultures. You've seen the first installment. We're moving on into another one. Today, me, Mexico, meets Ethiopia. We have today a gentleman, financial professional, originally from Ethiopia, a African country that was never colonized by European settlers, by the way. I don't know if you not knew that, but now you know this thanks to me and thanks to the gentleman here. We have Jesse Got Kebede, aka General Kebede. Did I'm saying your name correctly?
Yes.
Kebede?
Yeah, Kebede. Yes.
Hey, how you doing today?
Good. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you very much for being here. I appreciate your time, your insights. It's great that we can talk and exchange cultures as far as how you grew up, how I grew up. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and do a segment that I like to call Preguntas al Chile. Preguntas al Chile. How you say
Preguntas al
pepper in
Chile.
Ethiopia?
Pepper area.
Care. We're gonna do a segment that I call Care. Preguntas. How you say questions?
Tiyake.
Yake Care.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Tiyake area.
All right. Here we go. Do you prefer tortas or tacos?
I prefer tacos.
Yes. What about corn tortilla or flour tortilla?
I like flour tortilla.
You like flour tortilla?
Yes.
Nice. What about tips or Doro what?
I like Doro what. That's our
Yeah.
culture.
Tell me about that dish. What is so special about that one that you like?
That's a special dish for Ethiopian, especially during holidays. The first thing every family cook Doro what. Doro what is you make from onion and put a lot of pepper, a lot of onion uh, the chicken,
Yeah.
and you cook it around at least 2-3 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's spicy, and you put some eggs, the boiled eggs,
Yeah.
and man, that's amazing. That's a very very traditional food
Very
for
traditional
Ethiopian.
dish.
Yes.
Awesome. Asifa or gomen?
Oh, goman.
Gomen.
Yes,
Yeah.
goman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You like that one better?
Yeah.
Okay. I hope I can say this one right. Beyanetu or Teresiga?
Teresiga, my friend. Teresiga. I don't know where
Yeah.
you got all this, man.
Telling you, I did a little research.
Yeah, Teresiga is a very, very special dish in Ethiopia that the royal family, the when when you are a guest or you have a very special ceremony,
Mm-hmm.
you prepare Teresiga. That's raw meat.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for people that don't know, I learned this, and we'll talk about it here more later.
Yeah.
I'm MC for a wedding, a Mexican and Ethiopian wedding.
Uh-huh.
And when I went there, I went into through the back, and I seen this big leg of a cow leg.
Yes,
Because
yes.
it's beef, right?
Yes, beef, yes.
Okay, so I see this big beef thing, and me in my Mexican mind, I'm like, oh, they're gonna put it in the grill. So later on, the ceremony went on through, and then the gentleman, the DJ, he was from Ethiopia. He explained to me that we're gonna eat it raw,
Yeah.
raw beef. I'm like, okay. So I went and watched how they did it. They had a butcher cut it, and he was telling me that the meat they have a special farm
Right.
that raises the cows for that particular ceremony or special day. It's not like a cow that you'll get from Walmart or anything like that. Is that how it goes?
Yes, because that's a special cow. They feed special.
Oh,
They feed
wow.
grass, and
Uh-huh.
and they well maintained, and the meat, it has to be a special meat. Not every part of the cow, just the leg part,
Mhm.
and they hang it, and the butcher cut you, and they know where to cut for you, and with meat mita is the pepper, pepper powder,
Yeah.
and there's a special sauce, to
Mhm.
eat with it, and you just you cut it, and you use the sauce, and you enjoy it, man.
Yeah.
That's real meat.
So Carlos can get a picture here and clip it in of how it is. some people think it's taboo. Some people think it's, oh my god, it's raw meat, but it's a specific significant. Do you know why did y'all do it? Where that culture, where that originated as far as doing that? Do you know? Or you happen to hear?
I really I might I'm not sure, but in the past, uh, when when you the lion, the lion eat raw meat, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's why the lion is so aggressive, and
Yeah.
they are very strong. And there's one say about it, but another way also, the royal family in the past,
Mm.
the kings and the dynasties, all those in the past, they were their uh, privileged meal
So it's
for
for royalty. It was reserved for royalty back in the
yeah,
days.
back in the
The
days. Yeah,
common people would never,
yeah,
and
yeah.
that's why it's so special for the ceremony.
That's so special for ceremony.
Is
Yeah,
there anything tied to any a religion? Because I know you're Christian, but a different type of Christian, or there's a lot of more Christians in Ethiopia, a higher, a particular type of Christian, right?
yeah. There's Orthodox.
Orthodox
Yeah,
Christian.
Orthodox is the old traditional
Mm-hmm.
religion for Ethiopia, but and Muslim too. And right now we have a lot of Pentecostal and so many religions, but Orthodox is one of uh, the ancient
Yeah. And
religion.
does the Terasiga tie with the religion at all, or nothing to do with it
No, I
whatsoever?
nothing to do with it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, yeah. Every religion they eat risiga. Yeah,
Awesome. That's
yeah,
amazing. So yeah, I mean, I'm telling you, when I was looking at some of the things that just to familiarize myself with
yeah,
Ethiopia,
yeah.
I know you're super rich in culture and all kinds of like, wow.
Right,
We'll
right.
talk more about that too. Okay, I don't know if you know what agua de horchata, the water, flavor water, horchata, Jamaica or tamarindo. Do you know what those are? It's
Yeah,
like a little creamy, mostly like a rice water, hibiscus water, and then the other one's like a bean, tamarindo.
the Mexico water.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
Mexico water.
yeah. Tamarindo.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that was actually from Africa as
yeah.
well.
I think it's something we have something like that in
Mm,
Africa. Yeah, it's called that's called uh, it's called Schweppes in
yeah.
Africa. Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, somebody could prove me wrong on YouTube or TikTok, but tamarindo is actually one of the things that came from Africa too to Mexico many
Okay.
years ago.
Okay.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
hibiscus too. Yeah,
Hibiscus too.
hibiscus too, the flower.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I use
Yeah.
it too.
No, hibiscus is I found hibiscus in Egypt, and
Egypt.
Egypt's in Africa, and we have some in Ethiopia too. Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah.
Okay, what about the spicy? Do you like salsa verde, salsa roja?
Oh, salsa roja.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
you
like
like the
salsa
roja?
roja. Yeah.
Nice. Okay, I don't know if you know what menudo or pozole is. The stews, the Mexican stews. Do you happen to know which one they are? One's made out of tripe. The other one was made with hominy. Have you ever had that at
No,
all?
I've never heard
We
that
need to
one.
put you on game. We need to
Yeah,
take you one of these days to eat some.
okay, all right.
Okay, this was way crazier than
Uh-huh.
all the other questions. I don't
Mm.
know if you're into it. I don't know if your culture's into it at all. A conspiracy theory,
Mhm.
a conspiracy theory that when you heard, it's like when you were hearing, I'm like, man, I think that's possible. I think that's true. What would that be?
Uh,
Any kind of conspiracy theory that you could think of. Would it be aliens? Would it be people in like, the moon landing? Whatever.
mm, uh,
If you're not into conspiracy, it's okay. It's just Carlos and I, but I like the question. It's a fun question.
well,
Anything from Ethiopia that is in the culture that people think is a conspiracy?
yeah, there's some, you know, uh, some people right they say about, you know, some people they say heaven is on earth,
Mm, yeah,
right? And some they say heaven is up there.
yeah.
So to me, it's I don't agree with saying that heaven is on earth,
Mm.
and that I think that's like you know uh conspiracy.
I heard that
Yeah,
before. I heard a
you heard
gen.
that?
I heard a gentleman say, "How do you know you're not in heaven and you're messing it up?"
Yeah.
Which is kind of true, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, that it could be a conspiracy. People
Yeah,
see it
yeah.
when you hear the word Latino, Latina. When you first heard the word, what comes to mind for you?
When I heard the first time Latina, I
Mm-hmm.
heard just it came to me Latin,
Mm,
the language.
the language.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there's called Latin. So when I was in Ethiopia, I know that there's Latin language, Latin.
Mm-hmm.
So I refer it to the language, but later on, Latina is just referring a girl or a woman,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
And he's Latino
Yeah.
is for a man, and is just
Correct.
yeah.
Awesome. The for religion, the one y'all practice, do y'all is it Latin, Latino, Latin? The y'all for example, some Catholics they still do the ceremony, the masses in Latin. For your religion, is there
In
your
Amharic.
native language or is it a different language?
It is native language. It's native
Native
language
language.
in Amharic.
Yeah, because y'all's Bible, if I'm not mistaken, is like 800 years even
Yeah,
before the recent Bible. I forget what the name of it is, but your Bible's really old.
really old. Yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
compared to the other ones.
yeah, 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 yeah. The Christianity and the religion in Ethiopia is way, way back.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the oldest I can think. And says the Bible, Ethiopia is in the Bible. In the Bible,
Mm,
you see Ethiopia, the word you find it.
really?
Yeah.
Wow. I need to go find one. I do have a Bible. I need to go see if they have it in
See,
there. I,
yeah.
I was trying to think of the other Bible before, yeah, but I can't. I can't. The word can't. We
Right,
probably can put it in, not the regular one, but the one after the second version.
right.
Okay, so tell me, what is it like for a young general? First of all, let's start. When did they start calling the general? When did that
Oh,
emerge?
no, that the general, the name came up, when what, it's about 2017.
Uh huh.
Uh, I joined the company 2016, and when I joined, I was, really hot, the campaigning, sharing,
Mm-hmm.
and building the team. So we had a meeting with coach on Hi-Fi down street,
Yeah.
and we the first time I had a meeting with coach and with my team. So he was running the meeting. Then we were standing and sharing, and I say,
Mm-hmm.
hey, and I was saying, this is coach. We really believe on the mission, and we are campaigning hard, and we are. This is my soldiers right here. That, oh, you are the general.
Ah, so
That
where that's where it came from.
then people they pick it up from there. Then they call me general.
Yeah, even
Yeah,
on your WFG page, it's the general.
yeah,
This wow, wow. Okay, that's interesting. All
yeah.
right, so for a young general coming up, growing up in Ethiopia, what area, what particular town? Is it a village? Is it a particular town, a city that you were born at? Where were you born?
Me, I I was born in a village in a very remote area.
Mm-hmm.
My family's there farmers. So I am the last son for the family. We have five.
Mm-hmm.
I have one sister and three brothers. So you know, mm, we are in a very rural area, and there is no water, there is no electricity.
Wow.
So and yeah, I was born there, and uh, luckily my brother got a chance to go to school, and I got a chance to go to school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I was going to school about 1.5 hour walking, no shoes.
So to go to school, you had to walk 1.5 hours
Hour,
just to get to school.
yeah, just to get to school
Wow. Every day.
every day,
So it's
Monday
one
to
and a half
Friday.
hours going that way and
Yeah,
one and a half hours going
yeah,
back. So
and
3 hours walking.
3 hours walking. Yes,
Wow.
yeah. So and yeah, it was really a struggle, and uh, Later on, after one, once I went to one up to sixth grade, and I have to go to to the city to
Mhm.
get to my junior, seventh and eighth grade.
How far is that from where you're at, from your village?
That was about 4 5 hours.
And it's a village?
Yeah, that no, that was a city.
Okay. But
Yeah,
you're live in actual village, right? It's
yeah,
not like a
yeah,
actual village?
yeah. Actual village.
Okay,
Yeah,
a farmer's village.
yeah, farmers village.
So
Yeah,
you go 7, 8th grade, you have to go 5 hours to the
5 hours.
city if you wanna go to
Yeah,
school.
so I go. Yeah, so that's why I go Sunday. Then I and from Sunday to Friday
Mm,
I stay there,
mhm.
and Friday night I go back to the village. Then I carry food for the week
Wow.
and go back on Sunday. Then I tried for 1 year and I couldn't be able because
You were
I was
young.
little, I was young.
How you were must have been probably by 11, 12?
Yeah, about 11, 12 years.
Uh-huh.
So then I was, I it was hard for me to pursue. Then my older brother, he graduated from college and he got a job.
Mm.
And when he got a job, and he say, "Hey, you don't need to do all this. I'm gonna take you, and I'm gonna give you. You're gonna live with me, and you're gonna go education." Then I went to uh, about about very close to the capital city of Addis Ababa,
Mhm.
and start living with him from eighth grade to high school. You know, with him, no more carrying food, no more traveling and walking. So yeah, then I finished college.
So when you used to leave for the week, um, you had to obviously take probably buses or somebody took you over there, right? But where did you stay? Was there a
We,
family members or
no, we rent uh, a house.
a house?
Yeah, three, five, six of students. We rent one house and we sleep on the floor.
They'll let you stay at 11, 12 years old by yourselves?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Yeah. And we have older uh, students that was high school and stuff like
Mm,
that. So yeah, we stay in a group.
awesome. So your
Yeah.
your brother gets you to he gets a job. What kind of job did he get at that
He
time?
was at that time he graduated from technical school
Mhm.
electronics.
Mm.
Then he got a job in one of the television station
Oh wow.
as a technician. Yeah.
Nice.
So yeah,
He was making good money, so you go to school, you go to high school, then what follows after that for you?
yeah. Then once I finished my high school and got my grade, I joined a college.
Mhm.
Then I graduated from college and I got a job and start working. Then after that, I got a chance to go to do my masters, and then you know came to Kenya,
Mm.
worked Kenya, then came to America.
So at Kenya, you were working on your masters. Did you complete the masters, or
I
you
no, no, I did my masters in Uganda.
Uganda?
Yeah, so then I came to Kenya to work.
Okay, so you go to Kenya to work, and then from Kenya, you make it to the U.S. What brought you? What made you decide to want to come to the U.S.? What opportunities was presented to you? Was it a job opportunity? Did you migrate it? How does somebody from Ethiopia with a master's end up taking the leap to go to the U.S.?
Oh, very good question. So always people, and especially from my country, we want to come to America. So my girlfriend, uh, while I was in Ethiopia, she graduated the same college. I
Mm-hmm.
graduate. We know each other there. Then once she graduated, she was working in one of the school
Mm-hmm.
in Addis Ababa.
Nice.
Yeah, so she got a scholarship here to do her masters in San Antonio, in San Marcos, Texas State University.
Yeah, yeah.
So while she was here, I was coming to visit her from Kenya.
Mm.
So while I was visiting her, uh, she got pregnant for our first boy.
Mm.
Then I have to move from Kenya to here because now you're starting a family, right?
Yeah, so you were already working over there. You
Yeah,
had
I,
already
I, I
done.
was working over there.
What kind of job were you doing at that time?
I was working in the UN.
UN?
Yes,
The UN?
yes,
Really?
yes,
Wow. How
yes.
you ended up working for the UN? How did that work?
Oh, because UN in Africa, uh, there is a lot of United Nations organizations, UNDP, UNICEF, uh, WFP, all kind of. So they always, hire people.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, so I applied for a job and I got hired there.
What was your position at that time?
I was working with the refugees.
Refugees?
Yeah,
Okay.
in Kenya there are so many refugees from different countries, from around 250,000 refugees reside in Kenya. So they
Wow.
need help resettlement, all this. So I was working with that.
Okay. So
Yeah,
they're mostly doing some humanitarian help.
yeah, humanitarian help.
Okay.
Yeah,
So you find out your girlfriend's pregnant. You make the move. How does somebody from Ethiopia makes it to the U.S.? How do they have a visa? Do they come illegally with a passport and overstay? Because for me, like I was born in Mexico, so I didn't have no papers. When didn't have nothing, so I crossed illegally.
yeah,
I crossed the border illegally and make my way. So I always said I'm good. Don't call nobody on me.
yeah.
Don't call nobody. I'm straight.
Yeah.
But how does somebody from Ethiopia being and at Kenya at that time, right? How did they make it here? And how do you make your how does that work for y'all?
Yeah, because since I was working and
Bring it close to the
yeah,
mic for me.
because since I'm working
Yeah, of course.
with the UN, we got visa. I used to come and go.
Mm-hmm.
I used to come for a meeting, and go back. So I had already, that privilege, and and from Ethiopia, you can apply visa. You can come as a student
Mm-hmm.
or a DV lottery. The lottery,
Yeah.
diversity visa lottery,
Uh-huh.
and there, yeah, and also, these are the only options you have is either you have to come as a visitor with a visa,
Mm-hmm.
or you have to have a diversity visa lottery.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I got me. I was just coming to visit and to have a meeting with uh, through work. But her, she got a scholarship,
Mm.
uh, so she got a student visa.
Yeah.
Otherwise, there is no border to cross there, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to fly.
Yeah. Not at
Yeah,
all. So that's how you end up staying here, even with the visa. But it's only a visitor's visa, right? How do
yeah,
you become more of a permanent
yeah,
person here?
yeah. But when you come here, you seek asylum.
Uh,
Yeah,
so you seek asylum at that time.
yeah, I seek asylum at that time because Ethiopia has you know the political situation every time in Ethiopia is not good because there is
Yeah.
always war fights like that. So yeah, I seek asylum and I was granted.
And that's how you start your process through
Yeah.
immigration. Do you still have
Yes.
to pay and different things like that?
Yeah. You have to pay. For I think for your green card stuff like that. But most of the for the immigrants for the asylum seekers is
Mm-hmm.
is is easy. You get a lot of help from the government. Yeah.
Mm. Okay. So now that you're here in the States, you have a baby on the way. What are you doing for work at that time?
Very good question. When I came here, I was asking my friends around here, hey, since I have, experience working with the United Nations,
Mm-hmm.
I asked them, hey, can you show me the United Nations office around here? Man, there is no United Nations office. This
There's
here is
not
gas
one.
station, man. This
So
is
they told you there's a gas
gas
station.
station.
Really?
Yeah. So I started working in a convenience store.
Uh-huh.
And then while I was working there, I was just, wow, this is it, man. I feel so down.
Because you have a master's degree and you're working
Yeah,
for the UN doing
doing great.
great work for people, helping
Yeah,
people out, right?
yeah, yeah,
So how long do you do at the gas station? Well, how do you get hired? You just go and apply regular,
yeah. I
like
just through
nothing.
friends.
Yeah.
I get hired, and this. So I was working second shift. Okay, I was working second shift, and one of my coworker, he do first shift. Then one day he asked me, "Hey, can you switch today because I have to take my wife
Mm-hmm.
to see her doctor?" Okay. Then I switch him. I work in the morning, and he came in the evening,
Mm-hmm.
and he was killed that night.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he just got in my shift, and he was killed. Then I stopped working in that place and went to another gas station in a better location at 7-Eleven.
What area? Where was it at?
That was downtown on Howell Street.
Here in Dallas?
Yeah,
The Dallas area?
Lemon Avenue. Yeah,
So that shocked you to a point where you had to still go to a different gas station, but
yeah,
change, try to find something
yeah,
safer?
safer. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went to another 7-Eleven Farmers Branch. I started working there for another a year. But when I come, I had some money saved up, and once I know how to run a gas station, I was be able to start my own little convenience store.
So you start your own little convenience store with the money that you had saved and
Yes,
and the knowledge of running a
exactly.
convenience store.
Yes,
And how long do you do that for?
I did that another about 2 years.
Because
Then
you expanded from those 2 years. You had one, but it became two, right?
yes,
You're
that
running.
exactly. Then once I did that for 2 years, I saved more, and I bought a gas station.
You bought a
Yeah,
gas station at that time.
yeah, I bought a gas station at that time. Then I ran that gas station for another 7 years, and it was okay. But he worked so hard and no time, but always, little by little, there were progress.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, about 8 years, total 10 years.
10 years at the gas station
Yeah, all those
with
business.
two gas stations.
Yeah, one is convenience store,
Uh
the
huh.
other one's gas station.
Gas
Yeah,
station.
yeah.
But it's just nothing that's fulfilling you. Nothing that you feel
No,
like it's
mm,
just something that you like.
no, because I want to do something bigger and better.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a dream. I want to do something big, and I want to help my people. I always want to do something in the village.
Mm-hmm.
And and it's not enough here. Just you make a living.
Yeah.
So I was looking for something, bigger than that.
Okay. So let's get into that part. We'll talk about the Ethiopia Mexico connection here before we end it.
Mm.
Somebody come approaches you with an opportunity with something that you kind of sort of saw that it might be something for you, but it's not immediately. It takes you about a good 3 years before you
Yes,
actually see.
yes,
For the first time they approach you, what did they tell you, and what just like nothing clicked at that time?
yeah. When they come and talk to me, I always hear people and listen, but I didn't get it. I didn't get it. I say yes, okay, I come, but I didn't get it. They talk me about, hey, you need to come. And we have a meeting on Saturday, and we have financial education class.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, why don't you come and check it out? Okay, I will. I got a business card. Then back to work, and you forget about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and after a week and 2 weeks, later they come and they always remind me, and then just by doing that for a while, we become friends.
Yeah, become friends over
Yeah,
the times, over
over
the
the time,
invites.
over the
After a while, I
invites.
was just checking to
Yeah,
say, hey, you
uh,
ready yet?
yeah. You ready yet? After so many business cards,
Yeah.
every time.
So it was the
So
same person
yeah, the same person.
over and over.
Yeah, over and over.
So
And
he'll give you a different card because
I
you know
do
you
it.
left that one
Yeah,
somewhere else. All right.
yeah. So yeah, then later on, I got to know his wife too. Then they had a clinic next to my gas station.
Oh.
Yeah, so always, and sometimes, I don't see them for 2 3 months, and they tell me, "Hey, we just came back from super trip. We've been in Japan. We've been this. All those things. I didn't get it at the beginning.
You didn't get it.
Yeah, because you know, uh, in the environment. Yeah.
The
So
environment, and you had one kid at the time. Have you had the second kid? How many kids you have now?
two.
So at that time, did the other one come in, the other
Yes.
baby? So you
Yeah.
already have responsibilities.
Yes. Yeah, I had
So
responsibilities.
you had
Yeah.
to work owning a gas station. I'm
Yes.
pretty sure. How many hours do you think you were putting
Oh,
in at that time?
I work around 14
A
hours.
day.
Yeah, 14 hours. I wake up, every day I wake up 5 o'clock, and I wake up 5 o'clock, 5:30. I leave my house. 6 o'clock I have to open the store.
Mm-hmm.
Then every day I am the one who's opening. From 6, sometimes I stay around 8, 9 in the evening.
Wow.
And
Every day.
every day,
Even Sundays. There's no closing the gas station or no closing the convenience store.
no closing,
Every day.
no every day.
Every day.
Yeah, every day. So, it's very painful, man. And you don't have time for your family, you don't have time for yourself.
Yeah.
So I feel so bad when I see people now.
Yeah. So whenever gentleman comes to Super Trip, little by little, what what gear, what thoughts start coming to you that you realize this is something that you might be able to do?
Yeah, the first thing, after few years, uh, we we sat down in my store,
Mm-hmm.
and he showed me the financial product, and
Mm-hmm.
he educated me about the life insurance,
Mm-hmm.
and he asked me, hey man, this is a store you are running, and at that store the previous owner was killed in that store,
Mm.
and he said, hey, what if somebody kill you? And I used to carry a gun,
Mm.
to protect myself.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so what will happen to your kids, man? Your wife, she's not working, and if anything happened to you, what do you have for your family? I don't have any. The
All
business.
he's telling you is straight up things
Just
that
straight
could
up.
happen
Yeah,
in
straight up.
reality
He,
based on the jobs that you do
yeah,
because you've seen it from what happened to the
yeah,
friend.
yeah. He asking me, hey, how much your life was?
Yeah.
What? What you telling me? My life, it's
Priceless.
priceless.
He's talking about
Huh? What are you talking about? My life is priceless.
right.
No. How much life insurance you have? No, I don't have life insurance. No, your life was zero. So that's how I understand. He
Yeah.
told me straightforward. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
I understand that. So tell me, you have a house, you have, your kids. So if God forbid, if anything happened to you, what's the future of your family
Mm-hmm.
financially? I don't have any. Oh, and hey, I understand that. Hey, can I buy life insurance? Yes, I start.
And your wife wasn't working at the time. She
No,
was staying home
she was
mom.
staying home. Yeah,
So she don't have even though she was going to school, I'm pretty
yeah,
sure she will be able to figure it. But immediately when she's not working at all, it's probably gonna take her a few times for her to get some money.
right,
I'm pretty sure you're doing well for yourself as far as money coming in.
right, right.
I don't know if she'll be able to do that amount
No,
immediately.
no, no, no. So I realized that my family was not secured. So I become a client right
Mm-hmm.
away. Then I become a client. Then and we sometimes they invite me during Christmas party, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And once in a while I come and uh, hang out here, and when they have some events. And they came up with the blue book, and
Mm-hmm.
you know
Saving your future.
saving your future.
Yeah.
When saving your future came, he brought me, and I read that book,
Yeah.
and I started this. Man, this information is so good. Then I came, and yeah, one day, I just I thought about it, and I need to educate myself. you know then I came and I went through the workshops, and all stuff, and hey, this is my community need this information.
Mm-hmm.
When I look around here, I see 200 people in the training, and I don't see any Ethiopian.
Mm-hmm.
I say, what's wrong with it? Is the problem any problem with the company, or is there a problem with my people?
Right.
You know. So I just trying to educate myself. Then I make a decision. Hey, this is something I want to do it because this is something big. You know,
Mm-hmm.
this is something big because we can help a lot of people, and we can become somebody. So when I see that our community, you know, 99% they don't have any life insurance. I tell you
Right.
what, yeah. So they every time is GoFundMe. Every time is GoFundMe there. So
Hmm.
hey, this is something I wanna do it part time. Then I start, inviting and recruiting people and just go like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it difficult for you in the beginning um to begin to do the even part time because you're already working 14 hours a day? When are you finding time?
It was very hard at the beginning, and I didn't know much, a lot of people that time. And, but I was working with my trainer.
Hmm.
See, I have a lot of contacts, I write people and sharing lists. I talk to them and I invite them. I tell them, to talk to them. So, I was just make sure, you know, my, I give the contact for all my trainers.
Hmm.
So, they refer me and, it really helped me. They helped me to build the business.
Mm.
Yeah. But everywhere I go, I share, you know, I share and I develop my sharing list every time. So, and we go drop by, stop by with them. I take them to those Ethiopian business
Hmm.
as people, to the store, to the restaurant.
Yeah.
That's how we got Daniel. That's how we got, Yaragal and stuff like that. Yeah.
So got great trainers. They take you out and about to be able to see it and be able to be more, even though you're doing it part time. Uh, at that time, do you feel that the gas station eventually you're not going to be able to do that anymore? You don't want to do it anymore. I know you. It's just something that's not fulfilling for you. Eventually, you saw the bigger vision. How long did you give yourself to be able to know that you're just going to do a part full time? Because eventually, you sold the gas stations, right?
Honestly, I never knew, I never thought that I'm going to sell my gas station
Mm.
because I don't really understand the business here. It's very intangible.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see how the business, you don't really understand how the money comes in the financial service.
Right.
But if you see the gas station, you buy stuff, you put on the shelf, you sell it, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
That's tangible. You see it, right?
Right. You got
But
an inventory.
yeah, you can throw
You
it.
have things in there.
But here, you don't really understand it until you know you become a trainer and you help the family, the financial solution,
Yeah.
see the money coming in. You need to. It takes you a while to understand it. Then, but me at the beginning, I was focusing just helping people.
Yeah.
Not my commission. I remember I had almost 65 people before I got my license.
Wow.
So now that's why I had almost 20 plus sales. I didn't make anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I was watching how they do it. I
Mm-hmm.
watched Dewey, I watched Tolly, I watched all the trainers here. I was working with everybody. So once I get my license, I was be able to make money because I had already a lot of people.
So you already have quite a bit of a
Quite a,
business
yeah, quite a bit of business. So
going
when got my license, right away I became marketing director, making five $6,000.
a month,
Yes,
just like that.
just like
But again, just like that, but you have been after work,
yeah,
14 hours
yeah,
building,
you're right.
getting people, educating people, be
Yes,
able to fall under you
e-
as far as building your team for you.
exactly. So
Okay.
now, and I had, when I passed my license, already about four people passed my license together with me.
Mm,
That pushed me to marketing director.
yeah.
That time, you need to have five license, become MD.
Yeah.
That you become a strong MD if you have five license with you.
Right.
Then then another 2 months later, I become SMD and be- make $100,000 part.
Mm.
So when I make $100,000 part time, I sold my gas station.
You sold them.
Yeah,
So that's it.
that's it.
No more putting yourself in
Yeah,
danger and
yes,
not
yeah,
helping people.
yeah. No helping. So I say, as a businessman, if you make 100,000, in order to make 100,000 with a gas station business, you need to have at least half a million inventory.
Wow.
See?
Mm-hmm.
So you need to, in order to make more money, you need to buy more stuff, and you don't have the capital.
Mm.
See,
So a lot of overhead.
a lot of overhead. But
Yeah.
here, hey, you just help people, build a team, and and I found that's my passion.
Hmm.
And I start loving it. How you help your people. It has a purpose. It has a cause. You know.
So when you approach somebody, as far as the Ethiopian culture, like for us Latinos, it's kind of hard for us to grasp the idea of being protected, properly protected, or even certain of those things. There's a lot of us now out and about telling people, but I don't know how the Ethiopian people are taking in as far as like the products, proper protection, all that. Are they taking it in, or they're just like, not for
No,
me?
they're very difficult.
Very difficult.
Yeah, they don't take it in.
Mm-hmm.
When you start talking about life insurance, they're gonna run away from
They run. I see them take off.
yeah,
I can see them in my
man.
head.
Yeah, you
Mm-hmm.
think that you 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 are speculating that they're gonna die. You
Mm-hmm.
know, that's the bad luck. You bringing bad luck. What do you mean, man?
You know what I was thinking today when people were saying that? It just dawned on me on like, if anybody was to tell me that, like, okay, so you have car insurance. Are you anticipating a accident? You have home insurance. Are you anticipating it burning down? I
Right?
know you're not. You're just
No.
protecting it,
Yeah.
protecting your car.
Yeah.
Protect. It's the same thing.
Right.
You're not invoking anything.
Right.
It's just being prepared for it. You'll get a fine if you don't have freaking car insurance. And that could. How is that possible that you're not calling that you're gonna have an accident when you get
Right.
the insurance? That's got nothing to do with it, but you're protecting it because it's a big asset, just like your home, depending on how you use it, to have insurance on both. So why not on oneself?
It is just I don't know, maybe the culture thing. It doesn't make any sense, man. You protect everything you have. You protect your phone. You protect
They have
your
dog insurance now.
dog. You
They have
protect
dog
everything.
insurance now.
And the most important part is your life or your family. And that was I had a lot of rejection at the beginning, but I kept going. I kept going, and the training help you.
Hmm.
You wounded in the field. You come to the BPM. You know you
Right
get
back up.
you right back up, and they patch you, and you go back the field.
I love it.
Yeah. So and then I start getting one, two, three. Then I start getting some really believers.
Yeah.
And yeah, we never look back. And then we went to our first convention, man.
What was that at?
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
Man, New Orleans, man, 2017.
Yeah.
I took 27 people.
Wow.
No, we don't have any license, none of
None
us.
of y'all.
Then we saw that, man, that major decision. This is it. We make a decision, we come back, we run, explosion. Yeah, just in 1 year, senior marketing director, $100,000. Then next year, 18 months, green jacket, $180,000.
Yeah.
Then just and build MDs, build SMDs. It was just,
Okay. What is the misunderstanding that people don't understand regarding the license? And the license you're talking about is life and health license that you have,
yes,
right? That you have
yes,
to obtain in order for the company you're working right now
yeah.
to be able to do. What is the misunderstanding that people don't understand about the license itself? That it's just a life insurance license and that's all it's used for, or there's other things that you can do with it.
No, I think the misunderstanding, the life insurance license, they think they're gonna sell life insurance.
Right. Right.
See, they don't know unless you read that that material. You
Mm-hmm.
don't understand how the insurance industry works.
Right.
See, that's why I thought that, hey man, I'm not gonna sell life insurance. But when I read the material, it's
Mm-hmm.
so much to do, you know,
Right.
with that license. You do the annuity part, you do the health part, you do the even other referral products.
Yeah.
So
Just with that one license.
yeah, just one license,
Yeah.
and I saw people make millions of dollars with that license.
Mm-hmm.
So I say this is and when you see the market, it's wide open market.
Mm-hmm.
But the name of the license, life and health, that give people that give people to not to see it in different ways, you know?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah. I wish they give it a different name
A
now.
different title.
That different title, you know?
Right.
Yeah. So and no, the other part is when people they read the course, it's tedious, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I remember even when I start reading the that material, I just feel sleepy.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah.
I can't finish one chapter.
You got a master's too
I know.
from Ethiopia,
Yeah,
your country.
but you know the it was 18 chapter, man.
Yeah.
18 chapters reading and thing. And hey, I say one time I wanna pay $200 and get just take 2 days crash course.
Mm-hmm.
And me and Daniel, we did that, and somebody came from Houston, and it was on second floor. Just Saturday, Sunday, we finished it. And we went to take the test on Tuesday. We passed.
Nice.
Yeah.
Amazing. That's awesome, bro. And then now, what is your title now?
My title now is AVC Executive Vice Chairman.
Executive Vice Chairman. And you right now have a cash flow of
Right now, I have a cash flow of about 700,000.
700,000.
Yes.
Did you ever even imagine seeing that type of money in the gas station at all?
No.
Not even close.
No. Man, that's just you work for a living,
Mm-hmm.
you know? I barely pay myself about $60,000-$70,000 a year.
Mm.
It's after you pay everything, you know?
Yeah.
So when you see people having a gas station and you see them, you don't think they have a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
See, the business needs a lot of money,
A lot of traffic.
a lot of traffic, a lot
Yeah.
of things, you know, and the profit margin is so little.
So little.
Yeah, you know.
Okay. And then the company we were talking about that you went into is the same one with World System Builders with
Yes.
WFG.
Yeah.
And you've been at it for since 2017, real strong till this day.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You know, I start 2017, and to this day, I start here in Dallas, and the first 2 years it was a struggle. You know,
Yeah.
it was a building phase, trying to uh, build leaders and also connect with the community. But our explosion came during COVID.
During COVID.
Yes,
Well, a lot of people were seeking some
yes,
protection at that time.
yes. During COVID, I had 3 senior marketing directors
Wow.
before COVID. But within COVID, we went about 21 senior marketing directors.
God, 21 senior marketing directors.
Yes,
Just like that.
just like that.
Yeah.
Because that time, people are sitting home, nowhere to go, right?
True.
So we don't know what to do, and we start, figuring out how to use Zoom, and we start with 10 people, slowly by slowly, from 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100, 200, 300, 400 people.
And the Zoom
The
class.
Zoom
Zoom
class.
class.
Yeah. And we start doing that education. And the advantage was a husband and a wife, they are sitting in the home
Mm-hmm.
and they're listening our presentation.
Right.
And both they see, hey, this thing is very interesting.
Right.
So they will be able to make a decision because both of them, they got the information at the same time.
At the same time.
But before, you know, you educate the husband and the wife is at home, you cannot make a decision, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it was a slow process, and even you cannot even close it. But now we got the opportunity. Both parties got a chance to listen, and also COVID by itself create the mindset people, to think about the children, you know.
Oh yeah, we saw people unfortunately passing away left and right,
Yes,
and
yes,
I mean it was a reality at that time.
right, yeah. So we had a significant growth,
Mm,
about 300%.
wow.
That's how, we got into uh, the community, and we expanding in many locations. Right now, our team is in 44 states.
So you're on 44 cities. So with this business, you're able to expand not only here in Dallas. You started in Dallas, but now you expand to 44 states.
44 states,
And how
and
many people under you do you would say?
by now, total active, we have about 2,000.
2,000.
But people who joined was about 20,000 people,
Wow.
and we educate about 80,000 people. Close to 100,000 people were educated.
Mm,
And not only here, we have team members in Canada.
Canada too.
Yeah, Canada, 4 provinces in Canada will have marketing directors.
With your team.
Yes. So,
Amazing.
yeah. So this is the platform, man. This is a really, really an opportunity that any ordinary person can come and do something great,
Yeah. For the people that pyramid scheme, multi-level, how do you say to those individuals?
Man, I feel sorry about that because that's a misunderstanding. Because you cannot be a pyramid scheme or while you have a license from
Right.
the government,
Right.
you know, and multi-level. Everything is multi-level,
Right.
you know. You know, the bank is multi-level. The family is multi-level. Everything is multi-level. Every corporation is multi-level. But to me, ours is not multi-level because you can start from the bottom and you can pass your upline and go to all the way,
Yeah.
But you go to the bank, the president, the vice president, and
They
you
always
see.
get them bonus checks, but you
You
don't
know,
get no bonus check. What's going
you-
on with
I
that?
know.
You get your part, but they're getting bonuses left and right.
I
Why can't
know.
you be the one to get some of that? Right?
Yeah, man. Uh, yeah, this is a true business,
Yeah.
man.
And then I like the fact that for you, your community, you saw that they're lacking this. And even though they're stubborn, kind of like my people, but you still did not give up. I don't know how much satisfaction you get the fact that you are making a contribution to Ethiopia. And now I don't know if you're able to go back to your country and now with the money that's flowing that you're able to do more stuff over there
Right,
too as
right.
well.
You
Because
know,
you need
yeah,
money at the end of the day to be able to make a difference.
absolutely. I just came back from Ethiopia
Mm-hmm.
about 4 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
I and when you have, you give. And you make a difference. Those people, and I'm so grateful because I want to do it, but I don't have it before. But now I have it. I can do as much as I can.
Right.
So that's something. And also, I believe in my people. The reason I understand my people's situation too.
Right.
I don't blame them not to trust everything that they got because they had experience,
Yeah.
bad experience. So that's why they are skeptical because so thanks for the education,
Mm-hmm.
the workshop and the literacy. The more you teach them, the more you educate them, they understand. Eventually, they will come on board.
Right.
Just you gotta be patient with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's thing. So that's uh, uh, we've seen people, our clients when we give them a check of 500,000 when the breadwinner passed away. I've seen
Mm-hmm.
that. I gave a check,
Mm.
and with 4 kids, a wife doesn't have a job, a truck driver, he passed away, you know, and luckily he had insurance with us, and all these things. What you do,
Right.
it gives you energy when you see people are getting the benefit
How
of what
tough
you
is
do.
it to be able to deliver to somebody, even though they're protect? Unfortunately, they passed away. Right.
Yeah,
It was a tragedy, but at the end of the day, you still have something for the wife that is
right,
left with kids.
right.
That unfortunately, of course, the money's not going to replace them. But at the end of the day, they have something to keep going until they're able to figure something out
Right,
instead of no money
right,
whatsoever.
right, right. See, at the end of the day, what legacy you are leaving behind?
Right,
You know, you know, anybody's gonna die. All of us will die, but what is you leaving behind?
right.
Your children, your grandchildren, your community. You know, so the only thing you can build a very strong community is when we are be able to transfer some kind of wealth.
Mm-hmm.
You know, otherwise, you know,
I was researching small books, audiobooks, success books or success, and a lot of them cover that part about having insurance, proper protection, life insurance. But a lot of the successful books that you seek as far as success or setting up or finances, that is always included in there.
right?
I mean, you can look it up. You can look some of the success videos, financial literacy videos, financial education videos, or how to be financially successful. And somewhere in there, a
Mm,
chapter will be
mm,
dedicated to that,
mm.
to having proper protection, having life insurance somewhere down there. I mean,
That's it. You know,
yeah, look it up if y'all want to. Every book you'll find a chapter that has that and covers that part.
absolutely. You
Yeah.
know, the whales here, they know how to create wealth. You know, every single book I read, the biggest wealth transfer is, and the quickest one is through proper protection.
Proper protection.
Yeah, the quickest. You can
Yeah.
create millions of assets just within a minute, just by submitting one pool application and getting approved. That's it. So, you know, that's why people need to understand that. And life insurance, owning a life insurance is also a privilege because
Mm-hmm.
I have seen so many people, they want to have it, but they deny it.
Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
That's
take it for granted when we're young. The
right.
fact that we can always probably qualify,
Mm-hmm.
because you have to qualify, have to apply to qualify to see if you're eligible. But some people are not.
You know?
Imagine the ones that they're not. And we still be able to see what we can do, but not everybody will be able to.
Yeah. But, you know, WSB really is making a difference.
Yeah.
You know? It's making a difference. The approach is very different. And the education, and people are starting now getting 30 million family by 2030 is a big goal.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, yeah, in my team also we want to do a million family by
Yeah.
2030.
You're gonna do it.
Yeah, so
Absolutely.
when we do that, we really we can make a difference in our community, and you know, yeah,
Amazing. Okay. So if anybody from the Ethiopian community or anybody want to reach out to you to figure out or see how can you help them, whether it will be financial education, financial literacy, I'm gonna put in your social media, but they can contact you directly to educate them, um, whether it be financial literacy workshops, material that you have that you'll be able to give them. I know you're out and about, by the way, because I ran into a gentleman at a building. I think I saw you at an apartment complex. I saw you pass by, but the gentleman that was at the reception, you already talked to the man because he told me
okay,
the general, like, oh yeah, no, I know him. I'm like, yeah, he already told me about it. I'm like,
okay,
what you waiting for, my friend? Oh, they're like, okay, he'll be back.
right,
He'll be back for you.
right,
Yeah, but it's pretty cool. So where can they reach you at and as far as like sending you a message, your website, whatever it is, where can they get a hold of you?
yeah. You know, my our office is here in
Mm-hmm.
Dallas in 1311 North Central Expressway, Dallas, Texas. We have workshops twice a week.
Twice a week.
Yeah, and we have a Zoom every day
Mm-hmm.
from Monday to Friday. We have a Zoom. Can I say my Zoom?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. Whatever you
yeah.
feel like.
Well,
Well, I'll put it in. You send it to me, and I also put it in the description too of the Zoom.
perfect. Yeah, we have a Zoom link. So every day morning for 1 hour we do financial education, and every
Is this in
Sunday,
Ethiopian, your
yeah, in
native
Ethiopia, yeah,
language?
in
Okay.
Ethiopian
What is
language,
the language for Ethiopian?
Amharic.
Amharic.
Yeah,
So
we do.
Amharic, you'll have one.
Yeah, with Amharic we have Amharic language, and also we have YouTube channels they
Uh-huh.
can attend. You know,
Nice.
all those things. You know, and you know, we have we are using social media in order to give, you know, a direction for our community where to get for the financial education. But mostly we do it in our office here in Dallas Central and in East Coast, in major cities.
Okay.
We have
Now,
yeah.
say it in your native language,
Actually,
what you just said, so
okay.
that way I can clip it in there whenever. If you want some financial literacy help, if you want to learn more about finances,
Mm,
and you don't know where to begin,
mm.
and you're in the Ethiopian community,
የእኛን ትምህርት የነጻ ፋይናንሻል ኤጁኬሽን ትምህርት መከታተል የምትፈልጉ ከሰኞ እስከ ዓርብ ጠዋት ጠዋት በዙማችን እንድትከታተሉን እንጠይቃለን። ዙሙን ከታች እናስቀምጣለን። እንዲሁም ደግሞ እሁድ ማታ ከምሽቱ 8 ሰዓት ጀምሮ 8 ፒኤም በኢስተርን ታይም በሱፐር ሰንዴይ ላይ ትምህርቱን እንሰጣለን። ሁላችሁም ባያላችሁበት ሆናችሁ ዙማችን በመግባት ትምህርቱን እንድትከታተሉ እንጠይቃለን። እንዲሁም በዳላስ ሴንትራል በኦፊሳችን ውስጥ ኤቭሪ ዴይ እንገኛለን እና አድራሻ 1311 ኖርት ሴንትራል ኤክስፕረስዌይ ዳላስ ቴክሳስ 75243 እንድትገኙ እንጠይቃለን።
what he said is that if you want to learn financial education, you need to come see the man here in the Dallas Central or myself. We educate you, get you on the right direction so you can make almost $1 million flow, cash flow now. We're real close. I know he's going to get it anytime. So that's what he said. I know Ethiopia. I mean, what was the language? The native
Amharic.
I know Amharic. I don't know if y'all know this.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Ethiopia and Mexico connection.
Okay.
Mexico. Okay, so thank you so much for being here today and checking out this amazing episode. Make sure you go and subscribe to the channel and leave a comment and a like. And now back to the episode. Ethiopia and Mexico got a interesting relationship, right?
Yeah.
What do you know about it as far as a connection?
I really don't know much about it,
Mm-hmm.
but I remember the Mexico president, the Haile Selassie,
Mm-hmm.
the Ethiopian king. They had, strong ally
Yeah.
and friendship, in during those time. So when the Mexico president went to Ethiopia to visit,
Mm-hmm.
the Ethiopian king, they named the one area, one place is called Mexico Circle. It's called Mexico Adebabai.
Adebabai.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's named for Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
And when the Majesty Haile Selassie went to Mexico, the Mexico president
Mm-hmm. In 1954.
in 1954, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
named the train station.
Yep. It was an area,
Yeah,
and then later on, the train station was named Ethiopia.
Ethiopian.
Yep.
Yeah. So that was those two countries, like Mexico, Cuba,
Yeah.
Ethiopia, they were really strong allies in political and trade and
Yeah.
all those things. So yeah, that's I think that's why Mexico and Ethiopia become a very strong friend.
Yeah. So what I heard first of all, if I'm not mistaken, it could be wrong, but yeah, either y'all began coffee or coffee was somewhat discovered. I know it's super important for y'all's culture, but that's one of the things that is important, like coffee.
Coffee,
I don't even know if
kafa.
y'all. This, I don't know if you are the ones that actually invented coffee or gave coffee to the world, but I know for sure it's super important for y'all. Now, before I get to that, Mexico relationships, y'all were never colonized. However, Italians were there for some time. At I beget some kind of world center, Mexico vouched for y'all to keep y'all's independence, and because of that, the people that are in charge, I don't know if it was the king or president, decided to honor y'all, honor
King,
Mexico and the relationship by establishing that center. At one time, there was a Mexico embassy in Ethiopia, and the same thing for Ethiopian embassy. It was also in Mexico. Eventually, they couldn't continue it, but at one time both of them were there. And when the king went to Mexico in 1954, they did had a great connection too. But at the same time, they also created the area, and then later on the train station. So we always been really cool with each other, even way back then. Which and then they Ethiopia appreciated the fact that Mexico stood with them to say like, no, they're independent. They're not part of
Yeah.
nobody. They're a sovereign nation, and yeah, not to mess with them. So from what I
Uh-huh.
heard,
Right,
it's
right, right.
pretty
Yeah.
cool. But tell me about the coffee, because you have something very particular with the coffee ceremony that y'all do. It's very important for y'all too, right?
Yeah. Ethiopia cultural coffee is very, very quite different. And when the coffee originated from Ethiopia,
Mm,
it's called a place called Kaffa.
coffee.
Yeah, Kaffa is a place where coffee was originated. So the traditional coffee ceremony is very special because we we roast the coffee, the raw coffee,
Yeah.
right there, and we roast and we grind and we make the fresh coffee right there from the scratch. So we have this, the cultural coffee cups, small cups,
Mm-hmm.
and we have the coffee pots called jebana.
Yeah.
Yeah, jebana. Jebana means the one we cook the coffee,
Yeah.
and then once you cook, and with the jebana, then the people sitting and watching the ceremony, and having drink and coffee and talking, have
Mm-hmm.
having conversation about family, about it's just kind of gathering and people
A lot of
spend,
communion
yeah,
and
communion
and
and
friendships usually
right,
hang
and
around with it.
friendship, yeah. So every time, in during lunchtime, or during any special occasion, coffee brings the vibe,
Awesome.
yeah.
You know what I heard many a long time ago, a video that coffee is most potent like within 5 days after being roasted, like to be consumed. After that, it starts losing its potency.
Right, yes,
So
yes.
all the coffee we get is already too old, unless they're roasting it
Right,
shortly after drinking it. It's
right,
just not the same.
right,
So I
right,
can see why it's different, and the taste, everything is more
yes,
fresher
yes.
to take it in than your other coffee. I'm not gonna say no names because we get in trouble, but no names. But thank you very much for we're running short on time. I appreciate you very much sharing. I learned quite a bit of stuff from the Ethiopian culture as far as the way that yeah, yeah, do things, and is it. This is just like a little piece of your entire culture as far as the place, the culture, the festivities, everything, religion, the food, which I'm vegan, and you have a lot of
You
vegetarian
vegan?
options too. Yeah. So I ate some of the food that you had, and it's like that. It's like the little soft one that is not really bread.
Injera.
Oh man,
Yeah.
so good. I
That's
like
that
yes.
that's injera, like that's like tortilla, right?
Yeah.
That's Ethiopian. And you eat it that with different sauces, with tips, with veggie, with kitfo,
Yeah.
and
What is the for you, in your opinion, what is the best Ethiopian restaurant here in the DFW area? What would you
uh,
recommend?
I recommend, there is restaurants called Desta.
Desta.
Yeah,
Where is that at one at?
just here on Greenville and Forest.
Desta in the
They,
Greenville and Forest.
yeah,
I think I went there the other day.
you went
They
there,
have the
right?
coffee on the side, right?
Yeah, yeah. They have
It's
a
a little
coffee.
small place. Oh
Right,
yeah, we
right,
went
right.
there.
Yes,
I
yes.
already had the best. All right. One more time, all your social media, your Facebook, your I don't know if you use Instagram or TikTok, whatever you have. What is it? What would it be?
Oh, mine Instagram.
Yes.
Yeah, my Instagram is Yesigat Kebede,
Uh huh.
and also my Facebook also Yesigat Kebede
Okay.
Facebook, and yeah, that's
Awesome. What is an important lesson that you learned doing financial literacy or in the campaign that you would tell your younger self that will help somebody else out? What would that be?
you know you have to. the sooner you save, the better for your future.
Yeah.
And life, you know, is all about how you see yourself. You know, it's always, yeah, be educated, never stop learning.
Yeah.
And once you learn, you understand and you apply it. So any knowledge without application is nothing.
Yeah.
So that's why, knowledge is power, but applied knowledge leads success.
Absolutely. I usually say something along these lines. I learned it from this one guru guy. I'm not immortal. I am mortal, and I will die one day. And that's not to scare me, but that's a reality in life that we all experience, right? Eventually, we're gonna go. We're not gonna be here forever. But that makes me want to go ahead and hurry up, do stuff, try stuff. Not in a reckless way, but just to move forward with life and do different things. With that, I wish you a long, prosperous life. However, when everything's said and done, what do you want people to think and feel about your life?
What people think about?
What do you want people to think and feel about your life?
Well, I don't understand.
So when everything's said and done, when you pass on, whenever you
When
pass on,
yeah, okay,
what do you want people to think and feel about your life? Let's say at your funeral or whatever the case might be.
I just want people to think about, about whatever I did, whatever I'm contributed to the society.
Mm-hmm.
I want them to see, I want them to continue what I have done.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I want my legacy to continue. So I wish, people they can say, okay, you know, whatever we did, me and for my people, I want them, to recognize it and see this guy make this kind of impact.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely. I do appreciate the time very much. So, like when you come to the campaign, you see people, you meet people, you don't really know what they're about. You hear a little bit about their story, but I really feel like I know somebody. Like whenever people think about the American dream and like the perfect story, the perfect movie, and everything, when you are growing up in a small town with not a lot of stuff, but you have to walk 3 hours back and forth just to go to school for some time. And then later on as a kid, go to another city just to go to school, trying to better yourself. So even becoming and going to school and having a master's in your country is amazing. And then just having to make your journey over, work, being one successful because you still own a gas station, a convenience store. You're still doing good for yourself, but still having the desire that there's more for you, and then the satisfaction of knowing that you went through that and then found something that even though at the moment it wasn't really compensating you that much, you saw the fulfillment of you helping your people and telling them about this mission that we have, telling them about why it's important for you to be able to be educated first and then see what else, how can it be of service to you to protect your family. I mean, again, if I was to create a movie, it would be one of the American dream stories that you hear on
absolutely.
TV and
Yeah,
everything else.
yeah,
Is coming from like literally just very little
right.
to I know you're gonna be a millionaire. I don't doubt that you're already a millionaire if you have any investments, but I don't doubt that your cash flow is gonna be a million at any moment in time. And that's amazing for me to be able to know that I got to talk to you and see that, you know? And without that, you're definitely an honorary global land factor. Thank you very much for being here, General. Appreciate your time.
You're welcome, sir. Thank you so much.
Absolutely. This was
Yes.
another episode of the Global Land Factor Podcast.
Yes.
Remember, we're just like you. Remember, we're humans. We are the spice in this melting pot. There. Just the world. Till next time. Bye.
Thank you so much for being part of the community, checking out this amazing story and this amazing episode. Make sure you go and subscribe to the channel and check out the episodes that we already have prepared for you. Thank you very much. Until next time.
Walks like a pero but in fact is a flamingo. Coming to Havana and from Puerto Rico.